Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Tia. Thank you for stopping by. I know there are lots and lots of options out there for you. This is just my second round of readings that I'm posting to the channel. So really fresh on the scene. And there are a lot of readers that have been doing this for a long time. So if you're viewing this, I just want to say thank you. And if it resonates with you, please let me know down in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe as I get going here. I appreciate that very much. Quick introduction. I am an intuitive empath, a psychic medium, and I am a healer carrying the violet flame of healing. And I have been guided to you to support you in your journeys and in your awakening pathways, all that stuff. And very specifically with these messages I'm doing today. Today is February 2nd, 2020. Numerologically, that's 0202 of 2020. And the energies are all about mirroring. First, a comment about numerology. If you've never really looked into it before, I'd encourage you to look into it some more. Numbers are divine frequencies that carry throughout the multiverse. So every number and combinations of numbers, these numbers carry frequencies, they carry vibrations, they carry messages, they carry energies that are for our benefit. So I encourage you to look more into that, and then to look specifically about 0202 2020. For me, primarily, the message I get first is as above, so below. This is an energy that's all about creating heaven on earth. So zeros, let's look at each number, the 0 and the 2. Zeros are source energy. The void is where all creation begins, right? It's a feminine energy, so think about, feminine females in the human reality, that the uterus is that empty space from which life springs. It's all about potential, right? It's all about creation. And then the twos are about balance and harmony. They're about relationships and connection. It's about cooperation and manifestation. So really, it's about mirroring as above, so below. It's about, this energy is about, how are we creating heaven on earth? How are you manifesting a balance and harmony in your physical reality? Now, let's talk about another aspect of the mirror. We are all mirrors, okay? We are all mirrors. First, we are all energies. We're all infinite, limitless, divine beings having temporary human experiences. We are energies in skin suits. And as such, we are mirrors for the energies around us. Now, how does that really translate into the human experience? Everything that you're experiencing in your physical reality is reflection of yourself. It's very key to understand that. So, and vice versa. The world that we create is really a result of how we are going about our own individual lives. So understanding that will really help us to make changes in our physical reality so that we get the results that we want, so that we lead the lives that we want to, so that we experience the things that we hold in our hearts as our true desires and goals. So was guided to do these readings to look at that concept and how it's playing out for you. So this reading is for, where am I? Pisces. We're going to start by looking at the overall energies and see, what are you attracting into your reality? What are you perceiving the external as a result of your own internal energy? Looking at that mirror, what are you experiencing right now in the physical reality that will give you some clues as to what needs to shift and change in your internal world so that you can manifest the outcomes that you want. And energies for Pisces spirit, there it is. Oh, before I do this, I've already shown, so I'll just flip them in a second. The other energy that I wanted to reference was the full moon in Leo that's coming up on February 8th or 9th, depending on where you are. Full moons are all about revealing what has been hidden. And Leo energies are really all about our passions and dreams and bringing those forward in a really stable, actualized way. So this full moon in Leo is about revealing those true hidden desires and goals and dreams that have maybe been suppressed in the subconscious mind. I wanted to just put that out there because it's going to come through the readings. It has come through those that I've already done now. And I've already shuffled, so let's flip overall energies for Pisces. So we get the King of Fire in reverse. We get the Love card and the 8 of Earth. And I will show you these in just a second, but I'm going to pull the clarifiers right away. So let's clarify, Spirit. Overall energies for Pisces. What are they reflecting out into their universe right now? What experiences are being reflected back to them? Let's look at the mirrors. Page of Wands. We get the Devil and the Tower. And I am going to check these reversals and just make sure it's as Spirit intends them. I'm feeling a lot more resonance like this. A lot more resonance like this. I'm going to take those upright and let's check this King of Fire. I'm going to pull it closer so I can move. Okay, for some and some. All right, so for some of you, it's upright, and for some of you, it's in reverse. So let's see, overall for Pisces. So to start with, the King of Fire, clarified by the Page of Wands. So right now, this is great energy. You know, the King of Fire is about being in your passions, being in your creative energies, being in your fire. I'm hearing the Doors, come on baby, light my fire. So I'm getting right off the bat, Pisces, you're in a place where you are in your throne. You are really at a place where all of these energies coming into the planet are just going to give you another bump up in the manifestations that you are wanting to create, and that you're already taking action on. I'm getting, you know, King of Fire. I am being, again, speaking to that full moon in Leo, right? This card to me, there's a lion right there, you know, full moon in Leo. So yeah, your passions are getting stirred up. I am getting that there's a lot of sensual energy happening. We're moving into, I mean, this is the time of year, right? We have Valentine's Day just around the corner. So I'm getting that for some of you, maybe there's new potentials in relationships of the romantic kind coming in for you. And that's confirmed by the Page of Wands, which to me is a very adventurous energy, but it's also a very sensual energy. Wow. Okay. And then, yeah, like you have the Love card, right? The Love card being clarified by the Devil. Now, don't freak out, right? These are energies. So the Love card is a pretty card to read, a pretty easy card to read. So this is about, you know, you're in that place and maybe speaking to these romantic possibilities that are coming up for you. Whether you're seeing them now, then if you're not seeing them now, they may be manifesting now in this month. So obviously romantic connections, but this is also a card that's about self-love. And that's fantastic because, again, looking at the mirror, right? When we are practicing self-love and self-nurturance, we put ourselves in high vibrations, and that attracts people to us, right? I'm hearing moths to flame, that fire, moths to a flame. So I'm getting a lot of honeys coming through. So you're getting a lot of attention, clarified by the Devil. Now, the Devil is a card that's about, it can be about conflict, but really for me, it's a card that's all about the things that hold us back, right? The things that keep us binded or suppressed. I am being called to notice that in this deck, it's this snake, but that it's sleeping. And I'm hearing dormancy. That maybe you're coming out of a period where your sensual passions, your creative passions, your spiritual energies were in a place of dormancy, and that is something that you're coming out of. I'm hearing coming out of hibernation. And that you have let go a lot of things that were blocking you and binding you and keeping you stuck. You're in a high vibrational place. Yeah, 8 of Earth. All about being confident in oneself. This is a card that's about manifesting abundance. This is a card in all of its areas. You know, so your experience, and it's also clarified by the Tower. So you're experiencing manifestations in your physical reality. I hear that you have been working very hard, that you have had some struggles and struggles that you've been walking through, and that all that is shifting right now, or about to. Clarified by the Tower. So yeah, the Tower is all about things coming down, right? The Tower comes down so that something new can be built. And that you've had your Tower moments, you've had those moments where the rug is just pulled out from under you and things come toppling down. Those can be really, really challenging energies to be walking through. But overall, Pisces, the message I'm getting is that you have been doing that work, you've been walking through it, and you are now on the other side of that. This is a new cycle, right? This is a new cycle. So, right on. Let's look at what you are radiating in mirror. Oh, no, we just looked at that. Where am I? What is hidden? Let's look at what is going to be revealed. Looking at this full moon in Leo. What has been hidden from you that is going to be revealed? Right. What maybe has been blocking that's going to start falling away? What's been hidden, Spirit, for Pisces? Oh, that's okay. King of Air, integrity, and knowledge. And I am going to pull the clarifiers right away, just so that I can save on some time. Yeah, overall though, in a good place. In a good place. King of Air is about really being in a place where your thoughts are balanced. 5 of Cups. The Queen of Cups, we'll check that now in a second. And the Page of Swords. Yeah, and I'm getting told to leave that in reverse. So, the King of Air, clarified by the 5 of Cups. So yeah, what I was getting up here. So there have been some challenges in your relationships and your connections. There's been conflict that has really caused a lot of hurt and pain. Significant hurt and pain. If you'll take a look at this cup, you see that it's been cracked. So like these conflicts that you've experienced, I am getting with people, but also just with situations that caused you a lot of heartache and pain, that they've changed you forever. But I'm being reminded of the whole Leonard Cohen thing, you know, like light gets in through the cracks. And you know, the King of Air is about a really being balanced in your thoughts. And that's fantastic because we create our realities. You know, our thoughts are sort of what leads the way. And then our thoughts guide our feelings. Our feelings create the frequency that we send out into the world. And then that's reflected back to us, right? That mirror. So I'm getting that you've walked through this, it's created you, it's changed you completely. But that you are overcoming that, or you will be, and that you're now in a position of power. I am getting that there is a lot of spiritual work that you've been doing. A lot of going within. I am getting that there has been a lot of emotional releasing, a lot of crying. But that's amazing. That's good. That's good, because that's how we process these hurt feelings, right? That's how we process this pain and this heartache. And the message too is that you're now in a really balanced place. See how this broken cup, it's broken, but it is supporting these other cups that are overturned. You're now stepping into a place where you are a person, you are a source of support for others that are going through similar experiences. And this is all in what is being revealed. So I think that this is what's being revealed, is that your experiences with all this heartache and pain and coming out the other end of it in a much better place, that is something that is, you're going to be supportive for other people. And that's what's going to come in for you. Okay, so I am getting a message pretty strongly. This is in what is being hidden, right? What is going to be revealed. And it's the integrity card clarified by the Queen of Cups. Okay, and the message that I'm getting is that there is a connection that you have with a person in your reality that is deceptive, that lacks integrity. And I'm getting that either this person lacks integrity, or just the connection that you have with this person lacks integrity. I am hearing secrets. The Queen of Cups in reverse is someone who is not emotionally balanced. And I am getting that for some of you, this is another person. And for others of you, this is you, that you have been in a place where you have not been emotionally balanced. Again, we're seeing that you're rising up out of that. And so for some of you, it's you're coming into a place where you're holding yourself up with more integrity. And that for others of you, there is a connection you have with someone that has not been a connection of integrity, and that is good, that there are some secrets that are going to be revealed that are going to reveal the true nature of this person. And for others of you that are the Queen of Cups in reverse, I'm getting that they're going to, that you know, the jig is up is what I'm hearing. And that there will be some revelations that put you in a position to have to be honest and to have integrity. Yeah. I'm getting that I am getting called back to all of this sensual energy that was coming in at the beginning of the reading. You know, and I was getting that. They remind me of what they said, lots of honeys, like lots of bees swarming around you. And I am getting that for some of you, that's what this lack of integrity is about. That either, that you have been maybe approaching this from a place that lacks integrity. Maybe you're playing the field, but you're not being honest about that with your multiple partners. And that the jig is up, that this is a time where it's time to take some steps back from that, because you're potentially putting yourself in a situation where you can cause harm to other people. So this is also speaking to that, as well as for yourself. Again, the mirror. When we cause harm to others, it's reflected back to us and we hurt ourselves. Okay? And when we cause harm to ourselves by not acting with integrity and honesty and respect, we also do that to others. And then the knowledge card clarified by the Page of Swords. Okay. And this is what's going to be revealed. So I am getting that. So new knowledge, and kind of speaking back to this, there are some revelations that are going to come in that you are unaware of, relating to people that you're connected to that are acting without honesty and respect. You will gain some insight and knowledge. Yeah, and I'm getting that this may be the same person for some of you, the Page of Swords. This is I don't know if this is a cougar or a mountain lion. Maybe cougar. These are animals of prey, right? They're predators. And I'm getting that what's gonna be revealed is sharks. I'm hearing that you have predators in your immediate surroundings that are could potentially cause you harm or are causing you harm and you just aren't aware of it, or that they're creating a dynamic of that around you, that predators, I'm hearing the word predators. Okay. Oh, predators. So if you're someone who is really in your power and your sensual energy and you're going out, maybe you are, coming from a place of integrity, but those around you are not. And what's being revealed is that there are some sharks that you're maybe dating or talking to. And then for others of you, I'm getting that these are just connections, like friends in your inner circle or family members that are preying on your emotional sensitivities, that are preying on where you are. Like, oh, and they're telling me. So when we are in a position of power, when we are really in our power, when we start to vibrate at a really high frequency, sometimes people around us don't like that, either consciously or unconsciously, especially if previously you were, again, the mirror. We attract what we put out there, right? What we reflect is reflected back to us. So maybe previously you were in these connections and they made sense for you. Maybe you were in this place where you didn't really have much integrity, but that worked at the time. And no judgment, right? We're human, and everyone walks through those particular phases of life. But I am getting that now that you're stepping away, that you're making changes, that you're in your power, that you're being abundant, that those people around you that were once so supportive of you are now backstabbing, like they're gossiping behind your back. They're not acting with integrity. They are stabbing you in the back. I mean, she has a sword. This is the Page of Swords, and her sword is in her back. And that this is something that's going to come out for you now in this month or in the near future. Ooh, okay. Let's take a look at some tough messages here. Let's look at what needs to change internally, again with that mirror, to create balance and harmony for you so that you can manage this, because these are going to be some bombs going off in your little world coming up here soon, Pisces. So let's see what has to change for you internally so that you can navigate these storms, but also so that you can start experiencing the reality that you want. Okay, so that you can reflect out into the world your greatest good and highest joy so that you can have that. What needs to change for Pisces? The Mother, the Queen of Air, and the Seneschal. I'm going to pull the clarifiers right away. All right. Clarify, please, Spirit. We have the Emperor, the Four of Wands in reverse, and we'll check it, and the Six of Pentacles. Let me check this first. I'm feeling a lot of resonance there, but I want to... I'm feeling more resonance there, so I'm going to keep it. And they're saying for some and for some and then for others. So what needs to change in your internal world so that you can manifest balance and harmony in your reality? So first we get the Mother clarified by the Emperor. Okay. So what needs to change is that there needs to be more self-nurturance. Both of these energies are about abundance and about being in one's power. But they're also energies of integrity, okay? They are energies that are in their thrones, but they sit in their thrones with compassion, with integrity. They speak from a place of truth and nurturance for all. And so I'm getting that what needs to change for you is that you need to step into that energy, to be more nurturing of yourself, more compassionate. The mother is a very compassionate energy. It's very loving. It's very forgiving, right? And that there's a need for you to do that for yourself as well as for others. Again, the mirror, what we put out comes back to us. And then the Emperor, the Emperor can be an energy that, I mean, the Emperor, think about the Emperor can, it's the ruler, it can be cold. It can be a cold energy. Yeah, so I'm getting that. And actually, if you look, I'm being guided to his big old tusks biting. So that maybe you, and yeah, like looking at what's already come out on the table, that what needs to change internally is moving into a more compassionate place where you're understanding the mirror and understanding that what you put out comes back to you. And so if you want to experience compassion and love and understanding and nurturance from others, you have to also give that out. And then we have the Queen of Air, clarified by the Four of Wands. And there are a couple of messages here. So what needs to change to create balance is air is an energy. It's about our thoughts. And that there's a need, the Four of Wands, it's very balanced. Fours are about balance in the physical. There's a need to balance your thoughts. The Queen of Air, is very governed in her thoughts. She doesn't engage in nastiness. And clarified by the Four of Wands, this is a card that's all about partnership and connection. It can be a card that's about romantic connections, marriage. And so for some of you, this is speaking to a committed relationship, either a marriage or just a very serious relationship. And that what needs to change, maybe, I'm getting the message that for some of you, you're the Queen of Air. And that what needs to change is you need to step into the Queen of Air. You need to be more balanced in your thoughts, because your thoughts inspire your emotions. And then our emotions generate the reality that we have. And that what needs to shift is that, this, looking at this cold energy with the Emperor, you need to shift more into this place where you're looking at how your thought patterns and how essentially they're creating potentials for harm for those around you that care about you the most. I am also getting that for some of you, you are being activated on an awakening journey. Four of Wands can also be the 1111 card. So again, speaking to partnership, maybe this is a divine connection, but that really it's speaking much stronger. I'm getting a lot of energy in my right eye here, that it's speaking more to an awakening that you're undertaking that is just beginning for you. And that understanding that you are in this process, there's a need to shift your thinking about what is happening around you and understand that it's part of the awakening process. I'm not going to go into a lot of information about that, but essentially awakening is about awakening to the truth of yourself as a divine, limitless, eternal being having a temporary human experience, and that as such, everything here on this planet, in this reality, in this moment, in this now, is here to guide you on the spiritual journey. Awakening is a spiritual journey. And that seek out some more information about that, because that will help to change your thinking around what is currently taking place around you. And you were called to these revelations that you're going to get with people who have been deceptive, with people who have been predatory, with places where integrity is lacking. Those are tough pills to swallow, but I am being told that what needs to shift for you is how you think about these kinds of things, right? All of these things happen for our growth and learning. And understanding that is going to help you process the hurt and the shock and the pain of whatever is going to be revealed. And then we have the Seneschal clarified by the Six of Pentacles. Perfect sense. The Seneschal is an energy that's all about service to the one. So the Seneschal is the person who holds the keys to the kingdom, and they take that responsibility very seriously. So the Seneschal is an energy that is in service to the one, which is really service to self. Again, with the mirror, when we are in service to ourself and we take care of ourselves and we carry ourselves with integrity and honesty and compassion and nurturance for self and for others, we radiate that and reflect that back into the external reality, and it comes back to us, right? And that's what it is, you know, the service to yourself. The Six of Pentacles is an energy that's about balance, and it's about plenty, and it's about having enough to share and enough to go around. So it's what needs to shift and change is that this is something that you need to do for you. Being in service to yourself, being charitable and giving and forgiving of yourself. I am hearing greed. So the Seneschal is also the figure in the kingdom who would go around and collect the taxes, right? And that there, you may have been approaching, I'm hearing, not so much with money, although that could be part of it. Maybe you're a bit of a hoarder, I'm hearing, or a Scrooge. What's the word? I'm not calling in the right word here. Maybe you have been a pinch penny, you know, very, very frugal to detriment. And that, you know, maybe there are some people in your reality that this impacts, you know, that tight hold on money. And, but for the vast majority of you, that this is more about a need to be more charitable with your feelings and with your thoughts in a loving, compassionate way. Again, being called back to that mother. And this love card too, you know, loving oneself radiates it out for others. Even when, you know, and I'm getting, again, those overall energies, that's where you are. If there are predators in the mix here, it's approaching these deceptions that are going to be revealed from a place of compassion and understanding, because you understand this is part of life. This is part of the growing process. Maybe these are connections that are going to fall away, but that you can step away from them without harboring resentment, without reacting. I'm hearing that maybe in the past when things like this happened, when people deceived you or betrayed you, you broke things, I heard. You break things, you're violent in your words and with your thoughts, you plot revenge, that kind of thing. Maybe that's a way that you've handled these things in the past, and that what needs to change for you to create balance and harmony, to create your heaven on earth so that you attract what you want to, is a different approach to managing those kinds of letdowns. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to move these up so we have a little bit more room on the table here, and we're going to get some guidance for you. Here we go. Interesting. I was just being told the fish, your Pisces, right? The fish. But then I heard fish out of water, and that doing things differently may feel very uncomfortable, that maybe it will be really hard to be, that you'll feel like a fish out of water by not reacting in the same old way, that it'll be uncomfortable because, hey, you know, as human beings, our egos are attached to us. And it is important to do work around your ego. The ego, does lead us astray, you know, from our highest good and greatest joy as determined by your soul. But that everything is going to work out as it's supposed to, they're saying. And so even though you feel uncomfortable and like maybe these people deserve revenge, maybe they do, you know, but let the divine take care of that. right? Don't be judge, jury, and executioner, because then you're putting that out there. You're going to reflect it and it's going to come back to you. So even if it's uncomfortable, Pisces, being a fish out of water, to know that that's for your growth and to let karma do its thing. Karma's real. Whatever you put out, again, the mirror, it comes back to you tenfold. Let's get some guidance for you here. Yeah, the 6 or 7, I can't tell. 7 of water, 3 of earth. Oops, I don't need to do that. And the 10 of fire. All right, guidance. I'm going to move these up so that we can get this last few clarifiers here. I'm going to pull from this one. So yeah, so guidance for you, Pisces. I'm going with the flow. Just like I said, you know, not reacting, letting these revelations happen, letting, you know, maybe I need to step away to do some reflecting, to do some feeling, to do some processing, but to go with the flow. Love what is arising, right? That love card. Love what is arising, accepting what is arising. 7 of water is all about going with the flow, allowing your feelings to come up. You don't want to stifle your anger, you know, about this. I mean, it sucks to be betrayed. It sucks to realize that someone was playing you and just essentially being predatory and using you as like, you know, plaything. But that reacting from a negative place is never going to serve you well. So going with the flow, allowing those angry feelings to come up or whatever is coming up, but to feel them and then allow yourself to let them go. It's a very fast moving energy. So the 8 of Wands is a very, very fast moving energy. So I do get that this stuff is going to be happening really quick. These deceptions being revealed. And to trust. There's a need to trust that just as quickly as they come up, if you allow them to come up and you practice self-nurturance for yourself, you stay in your power. I am getting stay in your power, stay in a positive place. Don't let all these revelations throw you off, that just as soon as those things come in, they will leave. And then we get the 3 of earth clarified by the Page of Swords. So this is interesting. So this stuff will fast moving energy with these revelations, with the processing, with the turn, your ability to turn around and let this go, will bring in a period where then you're going to be able to manifest what is right for you. The 3 of earth, it is slower energy. So this is going to happen really suddenly, and it's going to put you in a place where then things slow down. The Page of Swords is also an energy that is not a very, very active, go get 'em kind of energy. There's also some wariness with the Page of Swords. But the message is to you plant your seeds for what you do want, you being that mirror, doing the internal work, doing the balancing that you need to for yourself and your thoughts, so that you can plant the seeds you want. There will be some nervous energy. There will be some looking over your shoulder, especially as a result of these revelations with these connections and these predatory people. But that everything is going to be okay, that the flowers will bloom. And then the 10 of fire clarified by the 9 of wands. So yeah, the 10, being in your power, being in your place of mastery, like we saw with the 8 of earth, not letting this stuff deter you, right? Learning the lessons that you needed to learn, letting go of the rest and moving forward. The 10 of fire is about mastery of self, mastery of your passion. So this is a confirmation of a need to approach all of this in a different way. It is also a card that's about picking up the tools that you know work for you to get you through this fire. And understanding that, yes, they hurt. Yes, you've been injured and wounded, but they can't get at you anymore. You know, see, he's there, he's wounded, he's injured, but all those wands standing there behind him, they can't do anything to him anymore. Right? They're standing behind him. He's in front of that pain. I hope that these messages were helpful for you, Pisces. If they were, please let me know down in the comments. Please like, subscribe, and share. Help me get the channel going. If you're interested in a personal reading, my information is down below in the description box. Until I see you again, much light and love to you. Many, many blessings.